So anyway, here's the dark humor that I pulled off. I'm walking around, everyone's got like their Halloween stuff up and all of that. I go to this house, right?
Yeah.
And everybody, for whatever reason in this house, owned like black sneakers. You know, you had like mum, dad, probably granddad. Maybe people had a couple pairs of sneakers. Then you had like three kids potentially, but everyone had black sneakers. So it was literally just like a pile of black sneakers at the front door. And so I was like said, I'm like, oh, going around seeing all the different Halloween costumes and stuff like that. But it's like definitely you take the cake, and they're like, what? Because they had no Halloween decorations on the house and profile, and I was like, this tribute to Auschwitz is a bit dark. And they were just like, oh, like, did he just go there? And then I was like, yeah, that was probably too far. I'm so sorry. Like, instantly, to do damage control on it. But yeah, because it was just a pile of like shoes, you know what I mean?
Especially because, like, what's happening right now, especially with, like, Kanye, do you know what's going on with Kanye?
No.
Kanye decided to say something stupid about the Jewish people. Ooh, this is so touchy because like this shit could get you fucking canceled on YouTube. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, I do not agree with what Kanye said at all. Okay? That being said, there is a lot of things that Kanye said that could be taken to think about at least.
Yeah.
So what Kanye just said recently, which got him in a bunch of fucking turmoil, is that he said that he's going to go DEFCON 3 on the Jews. Right? When you hear that, I don't even know what that means.
That's what I'm like.
Right?
I don't know what that means at all.
I don't know what that means. But it's a tweet that he said. He was like, I'm going to go DEFCON 3 on the Jews. And I do not subscribe to that agenda. I do not, like, because I have to make that known, like, these are stupid words that should not be said. Like, you should not poke the bear. You feel me?
Yeah.
You don't poke the bear. You don't need to poke the bear. You can make jokes. You can bring people, like, you can use philosophy in a way like I feel comedians are the modern day philosophers, where they can say something to make you think, but they don't have to go and poke the bear like that with such harsh words of, I'm going to go DEFCON 3 on somebody. That's kind of wild. You feel me? Yeah. So I'm going to make my statement. Like, you guys can, like, portray it as whatever the fuck. Oh, he's being blue pill or whatever the fuck. But I don't subscribe to saying such crazy words like that. Now, so Kanye put out a tweet saying, I'm going to go DEFCON 3 on the Blessed Jews.
Yeah.
Blessed Jews, right? And, but he also said, like, he's stating things like, he feels like he is a Jew. He's the black Jews, talking about Israel back in the day, the slaves back in the day, like, so, and he's saying, like, from his mindset, he's saying his own people as Jesus, because Jesus was a Jew, right? There's many Jews who was for Jesus's crucifixion. Say you're Christian amongst other Christians, right? And you say, hey, outside of Christian, say Muslim, right? I'm the king of the Muslims. Maybe this is just an example, you feel me? So you're a Christian man and you say, hey, I'm a king of the Muslims, right? And now all of the Christians are like, oh, stone you with bricks, stone you with rocks, right? That's pretty much what it was. Jesus was a Jew and he said, I'm the king of the Jews. I'm Christian. And the Jews are like, say what? Blasphemy. Stone you with rocks. Crucify him. So
yeah, I could be wrong here, but I thought Judaism and stuff was they didn't follow Jesus. They followed Moses.
David. Well, I'm pretty sure King David they followed.
It might have been King David, and then Moses was the one that like parted the sea and
yes.
the Jews out of captivity and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think under Judaism wasn't like Jesus Jesus, who just liked his fish raw and a little bit too heavy on the wine. Carpenter from, yeah.
See, like, well, so now I'm gonna be speaking out of bounds because I'm not even gonna be saying like I know the Bible completely. I don't even know if it was like they're the followers of Moses, Jewish people back in the day. I know that they do follow King David, and King David, for what I know, gave praise to God, Christian God, and Jesus himself. So like, and what I do also know is that within the Jewish faith, right? So this is kind of a crazy topic because I'm gonna throw something at you right now with Satanism, right? Um, Within the Jewish faith, right? I personally feel these are just opinions, parts of the Jewish faith, right? There is a part of the Jewish faith, just like in Christian faith, right?
Sorry, bro. Yeah.
It's okay. Just like Christian faith. All right. So there's a parts of the Jewish faith where they still read a book of they call it the Talmud. Talmud is a book that believes that Jesus is in hell burning in feces. Not all Jews subscribe to the Talmud, but there is a section, there's a part of the Jewish faith of people who read that book. And my coming of knowledge is that those secular part of Jewish people who they quote proclaim to be Jewish, they're not actually Jewish, they're Satanists. And now I say that, right? But it's not just in the Jewish faith that these evil people can cloak into a section of religion. It's also in the Christian faith. It's like, say, Catholic. For like, what was it? Like yesterday or the day before, I talked to someone. I think it was a female, and we were talking about the flaws in Christianity, and where she let it known that yes, it was a teacher, and she let it known that in the Christian faith, in the Christian Bible, right, there was a certain point of time where, because she's gay, she's in the LGBTQ community, right? So you see how like older Christians were like, gay is wrong, right?
Yeah. Well, it was Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve, right?
Yeah, exactly, right? Exactly, right? So this is huge because I have so much to say about that as a straight cis black man, right? As if someone would proclaim me. So what she says is like there's a scripture in the Bible that was like man shall not lay with other man, right? Now, that was a scripture that was changed. It was man shall not lay with boy. So it was like man shall not lay with child is what the scripture was supposed to mean, as in pedophilia. We're going so hard, so fast on the first fucking episode.
Well, I think that's good placement though. It means that somebody's watching out for all those altar boys right off the rip.
But here's the thing, right? So we were talking for like hours. We were talking for hours, bro. And I'm at work, right? We're talking for hours about how many different religions have man and child laying together. From India to like from Mexico to now in modern day. Guys, I watch like Dylan, I watch this thing on YouTube, right? I watched a couple of channels on YouTube and I love these guys. CC Unit, PP Mass. One of these guys caught EDP, what was it, EDP? Do you know him? EDP 45?
Nope.
Fucking, he's a pedo. Right? He's a YouTuber pedo as well. Going his way throughout YouTube and Instagram, whatever the fuck, right? And come to know he's a fucking pedophile. And they caught him. So they go live like every fucking day, and that's a fucking shame. They're live every day catching pedophiles, but it's a great thing.
Oh no! So this is the dude you're talking about, where he like sets him up and he like
Yeah,
pretends to be like a
yeah,
14-year-old or something,
yeah,
and then they rock
yes.
up and it's all like,
Dude,
"What are you doing here, bro?" Yeah.
I want to do this shit, but it's like, yo, this shit is so much work, and it's like, bro, I think I tried one time, bro. I actually tried one time. I was on like one of the dating sites, right? And I was getting so I was on like fucking Meet Me, right? And there was this fucking guy, but I gotta be proper and what is it called? PC. I gotta be PC about it, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There was this woman who there was this person. How about that? There was this human being. There was this human being who classified themselves as a woman, and they kept freaking liking me and fuck. They kept liking me and messaging me and shit, right? And then like every time, like I'll go on Meet Me, right? And then I'll delete Meet Me, and I'll go on Meet Me, and I'll delete Meet Me. That's how it goes, right? You're on a dating site. Every single time I delete my shit and come back and make a new profile again, the same, the same human being who classifies themselves as a woman keeps hitting me up. So one time I was like, you know what? I'm 15 years old. And then they were like, finally, oh no, sorry, you're just a child. You can't be doing that to me. You're going to get me caught. And I was like, just thank you. Just leave me alone. I'm a straight cis man. I'm not trying to speak to a human being who classifies themselves as a woman.
I feel you, but hey, like props to them. They chose what they chose or whatever.
Props to them, their persistence.
Well, I mean, persistence is key in all those situations, but they weren't a pedo or any. They weren't trying to do anything bad. You know what I mean?
But they were when I didn't say I was 15. This is multiple times where I deleted my profile.
Yeah, but did you like fully let them know that you weren't about it?
Every time.
Okay, I
Yo,
feel ya, I feel ya.
this is what
I thought maybe it's like you just kind of ghosted
no,
them, you know what I mean? And then
no,
they find you
nah.
again.
I'm like,
Okay.
no, I am straight. Leave me alone. Come, delete my profile. Block them, bro. This is like straight up like. So this is like a straight up James Charles shit. You probably not in. You probably not into YouTube like me, huh?
No, not as heavily as what you are. But on that story, man, I did know a guy named Atticus Ford back in Australia, and he literally had someone pay him $300 for like his nail clippings. And it was this dude that was all about it. Same situation.
Wait,
He's like, I'm
that's
not gay, I'm straight, I like women or whatever.
is
And
that
this person didn't want to drop it, found out like where he worked, found like, would come and see him at work and stuff.
yeah.
And then eventually got him to leave him alone by making a deal where the guy gave him $300 and he gave him his nail clippings because he wanted to research in how to clone my friend.
Dude, see, now that's what I'm saying. Is that really like I don't even know if we can say gay anymore. I might have to bleep that out every time we say gay.
Well, I don't know, but like, yeah, it's
But
probably a little more than that. That's
it
just
might
like,
be witchcraft.
yeah,
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't seem.
psychotic
Yeah,
witchcraft mixed with the technology. Well, because like cloning and stuff's a real thing. So he might even be able to do it, which is the scary part.
dude. Which like that reminds me of fucking Kim Kardashian because Kim Kardashian got she has what's her name? Lindsay Lohan did a photo shoot looking like her. She's like Hollywood's poster child girl, Marilyn Monroe.
Mm-hmm.
Kim Kardashian has Marilyn Monroe's hair. And now here's the thing. And Kim Kardashian is Albanian. Okay. Dude, what do you know Albania for?
Not Kim Kardashian, I'll say that much.
What do you know Albania for?
What do I know Albania for? Well, I don't know. When I think of like Albania, I think of like quiet, maybe like farming country, lots of very pale people.
Okay.
That's about it. I don't know. Maybe they're good at the running.
Dude, when I think of Albania, I think of two things, right? One thing, I'll start with the funny one. I'll start ending with the crazy one. So the funny one, right, is this saying that Albanian women are like the black white girls. right? So they're white, but they're like the least white as possible would be before turning black. And then the second one is Albania is known for the Albanian witches. Okay. And the Albanian witches, now I don't know too much about Albanian witches, but I know about the occult. I know about witchcraft. And for a fact that hair, nails, teeth, bodily fluids and shit is very high in the occult for witchcraft and wizardry and spells and bullshit. And pure fact, on top of the Kardashian family being Albanian, they are also elites. And the also like the fact that you can like when there's so many dots, where there's able to like you can point and connect the dots, you have to be able to be like, okay, there is something here. It's not just smoke, there is fire. Say Kim Kardashian is Albanian. Albanian is known for Albanian witches. They're also known for like the Albanian massacre or the genocide, Albanian genocide, right? Albania is like they got that little like Russian twang, kind of what's the country in war right now?
Ukraine.
Ukraine. They have that little Russian twang. Albania has a little Russian twang for me. And that the fact that they're known for witchcraft and shit is very scary because with Kim Kardashian per se, look at the track record. She has this family is like Jeffrey Dahmer to black men. Okay. They're like this Kardashian family is like Jeffrey Dahmer. They engulf they eat black men and spit them out. Okay, look at the track record. NBA star, forget his name, Lamar Odom, eaten, spat out, crackhead. All right, Kanye West, eaten, spat out. He's crazy. All right, he's all right. Fuck, I'm pretty sure I'm missing a person as well. Oh, Ray J. Fucking Ray J. Ray J was the person who the Kardashians made, like Ray J is the foundation of the Kardashian family. They took, I don't know, how well versed are you with celebrities?
Celebrities aren't like, my strongest say, there are certain celebrities that I've followed more and stuff like that. I don't like, like Jersey Shore, Kardashians, reality TV, like, never did like the what is it, the Simple Life with like Paris Hilton and things like that.
Wow.
I know of it.
What a fucking throwback, bro. I never watched this shit.
Neither.
I'm gonna watch this shit.
I think that Nikki Hilton was the better looking of the Hiltons,
what was it
to be
called?
honest. The Simple Life, I think is what it was. Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it. Simple Life of Paris Hilton. Holy shit, what a throwback. I had to be like 8 years old or some shit. How? I don't even know when that shit came out. Paris Hilton looks good too,
Yeah. It's just a bit long in the face.
Yes. She has a... Wait, dude, I actually
seen she was on like the Hulu ads recently, to be honest. Putting up new ads and stuff like that. And she's aged pretty good, I'll give her that.
Well, I mean, bro, she's a celebrity. Money can do a lot.
Money can do a lot.
She's beautiful, man.
Yeah, but now look up Nikki Hilton.
Nikki Hilton.
The sister.
She's a beautiful girl, bro. Dude, I have to be careful. I can't say what I want, bro.
Of course you can.
No, I can't. Not anymore. I can't say anymore.
Audience, but yeah, of course you can.
As a straight man, you can't, like... Dude, they're both beautiful women, to be honest. Like, all right, what I want to say is, like, all right, so how about this? Let me tote around the lines like you have to do nowadays. There's some people who age like wine, and there's some people who age like milk. Right? And now these two beautiful women, Nikki and Paris Hilton, they
Age like a fine wine.
they're aging more like wine than milk, which is very odd for such women of their yeah, I'm gonna stop right there. I think everybody understands what I'm trying to say. But they're beautiful. They're beautiful women. So what I was saying, going back, so like, you're not that versatile as celebrities. And I hate the fact that I am, but that's what's news, right? So what I wanted to say was Kardashian family was the Kardashian family's basement, their foundation is Ray J.
Mm-hmm.
But not just Ray J, also Brandy, Ray J's sister. Do you know Brandy?
No. Well, I know of Brandy's.
You know she's a singer, songwriter, Brandy.
Sing a song. What'd she do?
Alright, so Brandy, do you know Disney?
I know Disney.
Do you remember Cinderella?
Yes.
Do you know the Black Cinderella?
No.
No. So Brandy is the Black Cinderella. Oh man, that sucks.
Did they really call it Black Cinderella?
No,
Please tell me they didn't. Yeah.
Well, she actually is. Disney Channel had a movie, Cinderella.
Is this like a real life one?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. No, I do know. Yeah.
And if anything, this is probably the Cinderella that most knows because this is the best Cinderella Disney movie that exists.
Is this like a real life one?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. No, I do know. Yeah.
And if anything, this is probably the Cinderella that most knows because this is the best Cinderella Disney movie that exists.
The cover does definitely look familiar and stuff. When did that come out? Like early 2000s?
No, 1990s.
1990s? Still in the
Yeah,
90s?
it came out in the
I was
90s.
gonna say, it's been around for a while, because I definitely remember seeing that, but I've never, like, seen the movie itself.
I swear, I personally feel like it is the only Cinderella that exists. But I'm just a biased black man. What is crazy is that the foundation of the Kim Kardashian empire was based, or wasn't just based, it was founded off of black people. And so Kim Kardashian herself stole from Brandy. She stole her clothes while Brandy hired her to dress her up. And she was actually a criminal. But so then when Kim Kardashian got fired from Brandy, she was like, what could I do next? So she fucked her brother, Ray J. And with that, she didn't just fuck him, she made a sex tape that was like a leaked a TMZ type of leaked footage, Kim Kardashian and Ray J having a sex tape. And that's what made her famous, off of the backs of demolishing black people.
So what you're saying is Kim Kardashian is truly all-American. Because we're talking about someone that, like, profiteered off of stealing from the black community whilst building an empire off the backs of the black community. And then to top it all off, they went and, like, fucked their families.
Yeah.
And then profiteered off of that as well.
Well, when you say it like that...
Because that sounds pretty Yankee Doodle to me.
Well, as you, like, we are Americans, you know. But, I mean, even though, baby, you might not sound like an American, and maybe I might not look like an American, I didn't say what you said. You know what I mean? It came out of your mouth, not mine. But, I mean, some would say. Some would absolutely say that.
I don't condone this.
Chris, like you a mom, like you 60 something. Really only played my part. Y'all told me what to do. I said cool. So I'm taking full responsibility to some of the fucked up shit that happened. I was playing my role. Play your role. Soon as the world found out, well, not even the world, because Brandy didn't even say nothing. But as soon as y'all stole all that money from my sister, and the court granted my sister to the win, and y'all had to pay my sister back, what, 700,000, something like that. Y'all stole like 850,000 from my sister. This on my kids. Y'all got caught. Y'all was guilty. You had to pay my sister back. Kim like, man, keep my name out of it, Ray. I'm like, I don't ever want to talk to you again. You stole from my sister. So even though I'm fucking you and the sex tape already out and we like doing what we doing, I can't never talk to you again. After that, that was it. I became the enemy. Contract. You want to see the sex tape contract? There go the sex tape contract. There it is. There's the whole thing, right? That's my handwriting. That's it, right? This is the sex tape full contract. They done already breached the contract by talking about it. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. There we go. Let's talk about it. Like, let's keep going, because I'm telling you, go down to that. That's important right there. That's important because that's my signature and that's Steve Hirsch's signature. And I love you, Steve. This ain't got nothing to do with you. This is about somebody fronting and lying. And I wish you can say something now when you saw her lying, but we'll deal with her later in court. Now, look. This is just the first shit. Now, there's no way I could use Kim Kardashian's name in this contract if she wasn't a part of it. This is light, right? It shouldn't even say that. It should say like superstar something else to just keep it really vague contract. And look who signed my deliverables and was in the room. Hold on, there's our signature right there because that's it. If they try to void this contract, anybody that I did the deal with, that means that the whole deal we did is void because this is what we sold them. Look who was in the room with me. Look who wrote exactly what we sold. Tape number 1, Cabo intro. Tape number 2, Cabo sex. Tape number 3, here's the one that they said I had. Santa Barbara sex. Ray J, that's my signature. This isn't a copy of it. This is the original. So what did I do? So I just pull up the handwritings of other people. I even went further because she wrote me a letter. So doing my forensic shit, I had her take the fingerprints off the letter she wrote me, right? I took the fingerprints off the letter she wrote me a long time ago, and it matched exactly to the ones on my contract.
Let's pull it up.
Whoa.
Let's pull it up.
Could it be? Could it be? Could it be forever yours? Same I, same E, same everything. Same everything. Wait a minute, catch it. Listen, here's what's funny though. Y'all could just Google Kim's handwriting and it pops up. It's like the exact same.
Now, going to the second point now. The second point was now, which is crazy because it's kind of awesome. It's awesome. At least for me, biasly, like to see that natives, even outside of America, the natives, just like back in the day, they were like, oh, all you Native Americans are gonna push you off to the west, and they die on their walk. Right, they die on their walk, and then now look at the Native Americans in America now. Right, they have their land with the casino, but they're all alcoholics, drug addicts, overweight, in barrens that's worse than the ghettos.
Yeah. Well, if you take a look at like native Australians as well as the Aboriginal community, so when Australia was colonized, it was treated that if anything grew into excess, it was considered to be a pest, that extermination was allowed. So it was like for different animals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like poison ivy, things like different plants and stuff, they would go burning off and stuff. But the Aboriginals were written into that. So they were
as a
seen
pest.
as a pest and an infestation. If there was too many in an area, they had rulings to just go and exterminate, and they were
What
able to
the
do that.
fuck?
Then, when it was like, oh, these are like people, and they were trying
Yeah,
to get them recognized as people,
yeah.
then it was like the whole division in it, where it was like, like in schools and stuff, they had black schools and white schools, and like black people couldn't drink out of the same water fountain as a white person. They had to use their own water sources and stuff.
Yeah.
There was a stolen generation that went into slavery and all of that. And now, like, the end result of all of this is very much the same as the Native Americans, where it's all been like, they've been pushed to areas where it's like, your right to live here and keep your beliefs, but you got to
Your
keep it in
box.
here, sort of
Keeping
stuff.
your box.
Yeah.
You're your own country.
Then they like gave them more off of the dole, made it so that they couldn't gain employment, and put a whole bunch of package stores in where they live.
Yeah.
And so now it's a whole bunch of people that have lost their land, lost their way of life, lost their rights, that drink to like quell the ache that comes from having everything taken from them. And then society comes in and watches that and then says, well, this is why we do this, because look at how these people live.
Look at how
And
you.
it's
Yeah.
like you
What the?
cultured that environment.
I'm gonna get pissed. I'm gonna get pissed. I'm gonna get real mad because it's like, on top of that, right? Like, so America, right? What I come to know is they just say, all of us colored people, hey, we got you off of a boat. We took you from your land and brought you on a boat, and now you're here. That is your history. Period. That's your history. When come the fact that the natives of not just America, of Australia, of all of these other lands are colored. They're all colored.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm not saying that as a stamp or approval of anything. The natives of the land are colored, meaning that being on all right, I'm gonna give you a question, right? What happens, brother? My brother, what happens to white people when they are on this land of America when they stand out in the sun? What happens to white people when they go into the sun?
And to the sun.
Yeah. When in America, living in America, maybe where we are, we're in the Northeast. Don't give out our location. Maybe people might already know this shit, but we're in the Northeast. Say if a white person were to stand outside for a couple hours, what happens to them?
They get tan.
They get tan. So what do you know? By that basic fact, if a white person stands outside in the land of America, what happens to their skin?
They get tan. Or they burn. One of the two.
They get tan and they burn. They do get tan. So what do you know of the facts of this land? If you're outside in the sun, what happens to you?
Yeah, I think you're aiming for you're gonna get darker.
You're gonna get dark. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
Blessings to you. So you say you so that's how you know what this land of America, what does it breed? This land of America, it breeds color.
I was gonna say capitalism.
Well, yeah, that too. But I'm pretty sure it's like where you're based off on the equator. It's pretty much where you're based off on the equator is where the sun hits you. So up north, high north elevation, the sun isn't like there's parts of the north where the sun never sets. And I mean, I don't know if all of these people are actually black, because for what I saw, they're all white. I'll actually show you right now, actually.
Us whiteys get around, man. You know what I mean? It's like, even if you go over to Africa, like the South African population is predominantly white.
That's kind of like, reverse slavery. Like, they put white people on the boat and put them in South Africa, you know what I mean? It's not like they were born there.
whatever, like the genetic chance that happened there, where it was like it went from like what the native belief and traditional beliefs were
Yeah.
to this like, I guess it's like the Atlantean outlook, you know? So it's like I've studied through a different amount of religions and stuff like that. And I guess Hinduism covers it a lot. But the whole prospect of like looking into technology and stuff, if you watch into like Atlantis and stuff as well, Atlanteans were like predominantly white by concept of at least
Yo.
depiction and stuff like that. And they were the technology seekers that went against like the native beliefs, all the religious minded that have faith in the magic of the world and stuff.
Okay.
So those were like your native people.
Okay.
And that divide where it's like the gods came down and then they found the believers to the people that had been consumed by greed and want and all of these things, and that's why they search for these technologies and stuff. And, you know, and then they sided with the believers, you know, and that's why Atlantis got flooded. You know, and it's like why Atlantis doesn't exist anymore. And it is like the mystery land that was hidden away by the gods and stuff like that.
So, all right. So,
But that gene continues to thrive.
all right. I hear that. I hear that. So, it's in Finland.
Lutefin in, what is that, Finland?
So yeah, Lufenton in Lufenton.
Is that Sweden or Finland? That's not Sweden.
Yeah. So like, so you see this photo, right? I'll play the video. But there, where they are on the equator, the sun does not set.
The
It's where-
sun's on fuckboy problems.
Huh?
The side it was when was fuckboy problems, where the sun never sets.
Yeah, yeah. So you see this like this shadow? This shadow fucking never hits that red dot.
Damn.
It never hits that red dot. I know you said something about the flood. No, well, like they were flooded or they were gone. Like they were at they were like the top of their culture. You know, like most advanced. I personally think that
Well, it wasn't that they were the most advanced. It was just that they took a different tangent. You know what I mean? Like, because we were supposed to be living in the grace of the gods, being gifted life and the magic, and
yeah,
you know, it's like you got to believe, and then everything that you need will be supplied to you.
yeah.
But instead of having that belief, they wanted to take whatever they could get because they wanted more than what they thought was coming their way.
You're actually exactly on what I wanted to say because, like, for what I know, like, I'm a Christian guy. So you know Babylon? What Babylon is?
Babylon, yeah.
So it's like a state or community that goes absolutely against God. And exactly what you just said, where it's like, you know, you're supposed to just wait and take what you're given. They explored, or they conquered, they did more to achieve for their own selves, and that with that comes, you know, you may like so say one thing that I've been feeling right now for America today is like America is becoming Babylon, where we are losing our morality, and instead of like. And we're being confused and congested with different words. Like tolerance, like, or what is tolerance versus what is just accepting? You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you can be tolerant of something, but accepting something is completely different.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Exactly, right? So now I feel like in America nowadays is like, instead of being tolerant of shit, now we're being forced to accept it, other than being just tolerant of it. So say, for America right now, right? I feel like the mainstream media is like forcing people to be accepting of things other than telling people you should be tolerant of shit. So like, for example, you cannot, for example, I have to tiptoe around the words that I want to say right now just to be able to not get canceled. Right? That is a vice grip on freedom of speech, pretty much, because I'm tiptoeing on it. I'm tiptoeing on eggshells just to be like, let me make sure I don't say something that might hurt somebody's feelings, yet I cannot state my own opinion properly.
Yeah. I mean, I think that it's like you gotta hold on to that freedom, man, you know? And it's a shame if somebody was to come out of their way to watch this, hear something they didn't agree with, and then push to cancel it, because under the freedom that you can say what it is you want to say, they have the freedom to watch what it is that they want to watch. So it's like, why would someone do that to themselves? To sit there and listen to someone that's not on the path that they agree with, just to be like, oh, I'm going to try and shut this down. Like,
well, because people are spiteful.
Yeah, those Karens. Yeah. I don't know what the guy version of a Karen is.
Yeah.
But those people are the bane of my existence, man. The absolute bane of my existence. And they exist in every fashion, man.
There's in every fashion and facet.
Jobs, like one store I was working as a plumber, and we had to go down, clear out a pit super fast. It was like, I don't know, after we got everything set up, maybe 3 minutes in and out to get this like job done.
Yeah.
And as we're getting it all set up, we lowered this dude in there, and it was like, so in the pit, as it fills up with water, it's got a weight in it. And as the weight flows up, inside that like weight has like a disc that'll go down, turn on a switch. So as it fills up, it turns, thing goes down, turns on the switch, activates the pump, and it clears the pit and it stops it from overfilling. But I had so much shit and stuff. Like, literal shit. Yeah. Well, no, actually, I think it was like a grease pit, so it was like grease build up and
grease shit.
But yeah, it would stop it from being able to float up. And so it legitimately would not like do its job, and then it would just keep filling up and the pit would overfill. So we had to get a dude in there, like pump it out, then get a dude in there to just clear it off, take that out, put a new switch in. As I said, 3 minutes or something like that. As we're doing this and lowering the dude in, I see this lady, she must have been like 55 or something like that, parked in the back corner of a shopping center for a bloody shop ride. So it's like a decent sized car park. She comes like running over, grinning ear to ear. I'm like, what's this lady on, you know? Like super excited.
Yeah.
And then it's all like, you don't have a ventilator on that pit. I'm going to take photos of you. I think OSHA would like to see this, you know? It's like, where do you even come from, you know?
Yo, I mean? Serious.
Like,
why are you here?
Yeah, literally. We're doing a service to stop the toilets and shit backing up in the place that you shop at, trying to just make a living so that we can buy food for our families and shit. And now you're coming over here.
For what?
Like,
yo, serious.
Like,
shit.
We're getting kicks of some sort of, like, terrorist action, like wanting to take this dude out in the pit.
I do not like people sometimes, bro. Like, sometimes people really fucking suck, bro. Sometimes people really fucking suck. But like, you know what? I'm gonna come at you full guard with all of my biases and opinions. Just at a willy-nilly, just some random fucking victim. Like, it's like, all right, you know what? It's kind of fuck this shit, yo. Fuck this shit. Like, this shit is wild because it's like people do this shit so much nowadays. Like, you know what? I've been going through a month of bullshit. I'm gonna personally attack you with all my biases and opinions because of your own biases and opinions right now. Because I just need to let it off.
Yeah.
I just need.
Well, you've heard that analogy, like, people are like dump trucks, right?
I heard hurt people hurt people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what it is it's like, you picture a dump truck, right?
Yeah.
It goes around on its daily route.
Yeah.
And all it does is it just picks up garbage. All day long, it's picking up garbage, taking on. Until eventually it gets to the point where it's like full capacity now. And now it needs to dump this garbage so that it can be able to handle and take on more garbage and stuff, because that's the duty of it.
Yeah.
And stuff. And so it just depends when you catch that dump truck going along. It might just be at that point where it's now at full capacity and it just has to dump it. It's never against anyone, like any sort of emotion.
Just can't take it no more.
Of anguish and anger is always a reflection of oneself, So at the end of the day, it's like instead of getting like butthurt by it, the best thing you can do with any of these people is pray for them.
Yeah.
But those people, like, I know, it's not even the people that, like, go over the top and want to take out that pain and anguish and stuff, because that's understandable. What I don't understand is the people that, like, get excited about ruining somebody's day, and it, like, gives them some sort of jollies. And that jolly is, like, what I don't get.
That's just straight evil.
Exactly.
That's evil. That's evil people. It's evil people. It's evil beings. And those people exist, man. You know what? Let's take a quick break. Too bad we don't have any sponsors to like sponsor us, but you know what? This would be the personal time for sponsors to sponsor. We're gonna take a break.
But if you did want to look up anything, look up What's Special About Special, because that is a very cool podcast run by a friend of mine. And I will speak that till the day's end.
Wait, say it again.
What's special about special? It's a community-driven program for like families that have kids with special needs to be able to connect.
What's special about special? Where is it on?
It's a podcast that runs. You can find out about it on YouTube. Yeah, maybe on the Instagram as well. And then they have their podcasts.
What's special?
And Facebook.
What special is special?
No, what's special about special?
What's special about special? Now, with that said, we're going to take a quick break, guys. We'll see you very quick.
Prime hydration drink. Fueled from coconut water. 20 to 25 calories. It is sweet. It is better than the competitors. Drink Prime. Prime hydration.
Marge is kind of hot.
Comes in to kill Marge, right?
Yeah.
And it's like a throwing knife assassination style. Throws the knife at Marge from like the kitchen while she's doing whatever she's doing. Straight at her back. I don't remember who it is that tries to kill her, but I don't think it was Bart. But either which way, the knife flying through the air, Snowball the cat.
Stewie, if anything.
It's like a Stewie move, yeah.
Marge in The Simpsons. Who tries to kill Marge?
I'd have to look. I'll get my phone. I'll look it up. I'll find the actual video of it. The knife going towards it, the cat takes it like midair, dies, falls in the trash, and then Homer just like wraps up the trash bag, like taking out the trash, and no one even realizes
in the instant
sacrifice.
The cat took a sacrifice, running the trash bagged up.
But it's like Snowball.
What, dude?
Sacrifices.
I guarantee you probably won't find.
To save Marge.
Maybe you might get something, but I don't think you'll get anything, to be honest. Yup, that's exactly how it happened. That's exactly how it happened in my mind. God bless Snowball.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But that's probably like a line,
God bless. Oh, man.
It's like that bastard and shit.
No,
really,
like, that's not my cat. That's not my cat. My cat is cool. He just like, he just like lost his stature and and I got a dog and it's like, all of a sudden when
you are obsolete now. I'm sorry, it's buddy. It's just the lore of the land.
I mean, like, I'm chilling with my dog, right? My dog is just laying down, just perfect, chilling next to me and watching a movie. All you hear is great. I look at my dog looks at me. He's like, "What the fuck is that?" I'm like, "Yo, that's a fucking bullshit piece of shit cat." You know how like different states are known for their product? So like for example, Connecticut is known for nutmeg, the nutmeg state, right?
I
Florida,
didn't know that, but now I do. That's
Florida,
cool.
yeah, Florida is known for like oranges, Florida oranges.
Mm-hmm.
California is known for fucking another and surfing.
They're peaches.
Peaches, California peaches?
Yeah, right.
Is it? I thought that would
Oh
probably.
no, peaches is Georgia.
Yeah,
I get
exactly.
my peaches down
Georgia
in Georgia.
peaches,
That's
exactly.
my shit. I get my weed from California.
Yes, 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 exactly. Justin fucking Bieber.
Yeah, bro.
He grew on me, bro. He grew on me. But exactly, like every location.
I give that kid credit, man. You know, like no one really wanted to back him and shit. I've been to like say out in Esk back in Australia.
Yeah.
This dude, it was like in a farmer's market, man, and this dude literally was taking donations on like an assassination plan to kill Justin Bieber.
Dude,
that's like how much hate he's developed around this world and shit.
Cut all that hate.
But
Justin Bieber is a
that
gem.
dude, yeah, like nah. Well, I wouldn't go as far as saying maybe he's a gem or something.
Oh, yeah, okay, cool.
But it was like he didn't like confide to what like Hollywood wanted 100%. He didn't confide to what the people wanted 100%. He just like did his own thing and stuff, and 100% I give him respect for that. You know what I mean?
I will go on documentation where I'll say Justin Bieber is a gem. He's a fucking gem, and you wanna know why?
Just like rugged cut stone.
Yo, Justin Bieber was a child. He was a preteen when Usher took him out of obscurity. And he was just like, he was not even a child, bro. He was a baby. Like, in my own mind. If you're under the age of 13, bro, you're a baby. You're still a baby. Usher took him out of obscurity. And then, since then, he's been on the chessboard. But now, since he's been like, how many years on that chessboard, the guy is starting to learn. He's starting to see reality. He's starting to like, oh, bet. I'm going to go to church. Oh, bet. That's what you're doing? The dude is being attacked right now, Justin Bieber. He's at the stage of his life right now where he's actually a man. And he's transformed from the boy to the man. He's like, oh, all of this fucking bullshit that's been controlling me while I was a child, I've now been through the experience where like, you know what? I'm a man now. And I understand that you're not doing anything good for me. Justin Bieber right now, right? The guy has what recently he's been through. His face looks like he's just been through a stroke. What happened to him? Something fucking horrible happened to him. I don't know what's going on with Bieber. Yo, have you ever seen the movie Eyes Wide Shut?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
That's
Nicole Kidman, Christian Bale,
and Tom Cruise.
Oh yeah, Tom Cruise, Christian Bale. Where did I grab that from?
Eyes Wide Shut, right? It opens a little lens of the type of things that happen underneath, like behind closed doors. The after parties is pretty much what Eyes Wide Shut is. If
you want a good depiction too into some of that dark scene, what's the chickie? I'm terrible with celebrity names as we've established, but the chickie from iCarly,
Jeanette McCurdy. Jeanette McCurdy. Sam. Jeanette McCurdy.
Sam from the show, yeah.
Jeanette McCurdy. Jeanette McCurdy.
She talks into that, and the dude that had like the weird obsession with their feet and was getting
fucking Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah,
not Harvey Weinstein. Fucking
Man, that shit is messed up.
What's that song? Wait, hang on. You're not gonna get it. It was a rap song. Schneider, Dan Schneider. Bring all my bitches back. Where are my bitches? We need all my bitches. Where are my bitches back? Yeah. There's a song, like, legit. That shit is so deep in the black community because black people love Disney. We watch Disney. Like
I think
Disney,
we all love Disney.
we all love Disney for real. Like we're all fucking cultured here. This is American culture. Those Disney Channel movies that came out every month, fucking an hour and 30, maybe an hour and 10 minutes, towards an hour and 30 minutes every month. New Disney Channel movie. Dan Schneider was Nickelodeon, not Disney. The girls got messed up by Dan Schneider.
Well, not just the girls, but the guys as well.
Drake Parker.
Mm-hmm.
From fucking Drake and Josh. Dan Schneider did a fucking hell of a lot of horrible evils to these blessed children. And the fact that those blessed children were our guides pretty much while we were younger. Because we would watch these kids, they're around our age. And we were like, we saw similarities between those actors and us because they're around our.
Yeah, it was like pretty much just like the sexual sort of stuff. It's what it seems to be mostly the backing of it, you know, like when you talk about, what was her name? Jeanette
McCurdy.
McCurdy. It was the whole sexual, which that to me is like one of the more fucked up scenarios because of the fact that you're talking about children and shit, you know.
Yeah.
And this dude is getting his fetishes and his kicks
Dan
on
Schneider.
kids and stuff and trying to push it. But then it was like Brendan Fraser and stuff too. It was like cultured, like a whole, like, I'm making you a star and you're like my pet. Pretty much.
That's what it was?
And that was not what he was about.
Was that a rumor or what that was? That's what it was.
They might try to play it off as a rumor, but I think that's partial to a whole bunch of shit that was going on in his life. And they wanted to use and control that. And he wanted to be his own person that wasn't going to be dictated in that sort of fashion where it's like, I ain't anyone's pet.
Yeah.
I just want to offer my services to enrich the art and stuff for community.
Yeah.
And once he spoke out on that, that's kind
of got
like,
blacklisted.
That's what blacklisted.
See, that's exactly what I said.
And then, like, you know, you look at things like, too, even like with, like, Britney Spears is another one. You know, she shaved her head and she got played off by the media as being, like, so
crazy
and lost in the mind and stuff. But then when you look into the story of that, you know, and how it was like she was, you know, manipulated and abused by the contracts that were set up from her own family to, like, the media and stuff like that. And it literally took all her rights away from her, like, being a young child and stuff. And,
dude,
like, I feel for these people.
I do. I know, true talk. Like, even Britney Spears, like, you said that shit. What I come to understand about Britney Spears is that back in the day, when Britney Spears was at her most popular, our president in charge was George W. Bush. When Britney Spears was at that age, George W. Bush was president. And what I come to understand is that, well, what I come to know is, like, a lot of things that coincided with problematic times in the government also coincided with Britney Spears doing outrageous or obnoxious things, possibly to distort the view of what's happening in the present day towards her. So she was meant to take attention away from what's actually going on, say politics, to what she's doing, say shaving off her hair and becoming crazy. And
I didn't think that was anything of, like, I think that media manipulated maybe that, you know, to, like, create the distractions. I don't think that she was subjugated to any sort of form of being like, you know, we need something to take away from what's going on and we want you to do these things. I think that was her way of trying to get her individualism.
Okay.
You know, and she shaved her head and went through the changes that she made because it was like she was a sexualized idol. And that was something that was enforced by like the media that was behind her, like, yo, sex sells. And then her parents and other people that were benefiting off of this because of the way that the contracting worked, that were like, yo, sex sells.
No.
And everybody wanted her to be this thing.
But
that was not her herself, you know what I mean?
No,
and so
that's
she
why
took these actions to be able to destroy the image of what Britney Spears had become.
Yes.
To be like, yo, I'm a human being. Like, piss off.
See, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, and I absolutely agree with it. I do. I think that she was always that human being who has freedom, of course. But I think that she was manipulated and used via the money to say and do whatever she is told to. Britney Spears was like the most popular Britney Spears back then was Beyonce. She was Beyonce. And she was white as well. Mm-hmm. So it was not just like a black girl. It's different. Britney Spears got the black girls and the white girls. Alright. Beyonce definitely got the black girls. It's unknown if she got the white girls. You feel me?
Yeah.
Britney Spears at that time, she had everyone.
I think Beyonce did have a wide effect over people.
Oh yeah, in her time.
White girls. She got the white girls as well as the
she did.
Girls.
She absolutely did. But in her time, Britney Spears was absolutely before Beyonce.
Oh yeah.
Britney Spears was before Beyonce. Bro, I got CDs from Burger King. From my Happy Meal. My Burger King Happy Meal. Yes.
That's cool, bro.
Burger King.
That's what's up.
You go to Burger King for a fucking Happy Meal, you get NSYNC and Britney Spears CD.
I tell you, that ain't no lie, baby. Bye, 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 bye. NSYNC, bro. That's what, yeah.
Then you see, like, yo, she was a tide of a generation. So Britney Spears, when Britney Spears goes into a fucking predicament, the entire world knows. Britney Spears shaves off her head. Why? Why?
As I said, it was, I think, don't quote me on this because I'm not Britney Spears and I can't tell you exactly why. But I think it was more so the fact that she was dealing with the whole, this is not something that she necessarily wanted, you know what I mean? Which seems to be the case with a lot of people. They kind of come into a situation where it's like, you gotta sell your soul to the devil.
Or
and not. This will be like your claim to fame.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I didn't necessarily want this. She was a child prodigy, you know what I mean?
She was.
Like, she grew up, her name was known before she tried to make her name known.
Yeah.
Her family made her name known.
Mm-hmm.
And then off of that contracting and stuff, she became like this idolized figure that she wasn't ready to be.
That very well might be.
As I said, I am not Britney. So I can't put that out exactly how maybe her feelings were or were not. But to me, it seemed like a movement where it was like, this is not who I choose to be. I am forced into the situation. And so, like, the hair, the shaving, the going, doing wild things and stuff was her trying to, like, reclaim the things that it's like she had put in the work that other people were benefiting from.
Yes.
And in the same token, she had lost this image and become something else that she had never, like, exactly chosen to be. As she matured enough to realize, like, yo, this is not what I want, that's where, like, the insanity as
where they
media
claim
tries
to
to
be.
play it off,
Yes.
you know, and it
Oh,
was
she's
like,
not in her right mind right now. She's
where
crazy.
it's like I think she was just waking up to the reality of exactly what was going on and trying to make it known in a way that she could without fucking everything over because
Yes.
of all the contractual bindings that she
Yes.
was put behind.
Yes. I absolutely agree with what you're saying.
I have mad respect on that. And mad
Yes.
disrespect to the people that fucking
Fucked her over. Or fucking her
exactly,
up.
man. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
yes, exactly.
This world right now is in a weird transition, bro. You know, like
I believe you 1000%.
it runs fucking deep, and it's like the shit that that people don't see happening behind the scenes and stuff. Which it's like you do your research and stuff into different stuff, it like kind of points light to it, but unless you're in the know, you'll never be in the know. That's what the world's becoming. It's like everything is seen, but everything is secrecy.
Yes.
And that's the unfortunate factor. So it's like you can only ever like pile on any sort of sense of perception, but the perception will only ever be like given to something that you've been shown.
I swear, you're absolutely right. It's like your perception comes with the cost. You have to be of a certain value to know what wants to be known.
Mm-hmm.
What wants to be known. Like us common people, we want to know what is going on behind the scenes. But the only people who do know what's going on behind the scenes are the people who can afford it. But
That's well, that's not necessarily the 100% true, but it takes a lot of work for those that don't know to know.
yeah,
But the coming of age, man, it's like there's so many different things that are happening right now.
yeah,
Where it's like whether you look into like the science of it, and you look into like the Big Bang Theory and then like the switching of polarities on the world and stuff, or you follow into like different religions like
yeah,
Eastern culture with like Hinduism and stuff
yeah.
like that, and how like the age cycles work with all of that and stuff like that. But right now, the world tiny piece to the culture part that is the ongoing connection of this collective consciousness that just eternally flows and stuff like that. It's really like a wild time to have to try and be alive for all of us. That's what I will say.
It seriously is. It definitely is a different vibe that's going on through all of us. That's alive. There's definitely a different level that we have achieved. That we are now like This is like a different step. It's the next step for humankind. And it's beautiful as it is scary because it is advancing into the unknown, you know? And with that being said, God bless us all. And God bless you all.
For your sake, look in. For our sake, look up. And then for everything else, look out.